guys, we're here with the Encore Media. This is Florida-Georgia line.
What's up? I'm Tyler. I'm Georgia.
I'm Brian, and I'm Florida.
So Florida-Georgia line is two guys that come from Florida and Georgia meeting in the middle to make music that your fans obviously love. What would you guys say is most different about you two?
I don't know. I mean, there's a lot. I think there's a lot that we bring to the table that's kind of different. I mean, we have a lot of different influences that are kind of all over the map. You know, from country to hip hop to rock to pretty much anything and everything. So as songwriters, I think that kind of sets us apart. You know, and lets us kind of do our own thing, make our own sound.
In what ways would you guys say you're more similar?
To each other? Or?
Yeah, to each other.
I mean, we both, obviously have a passion for music and for people and writing songs. That's kind of what brought us together. And we love life. We love being outdoors. And I mean, there's not much that we have a lot in common. I think that's what has obviously made this work, and it is making it work. You know, we put music aside, we're still gonna be really great friends. So I think we have a good foundation of friendship and creative.
So it all started at Belmont College. What were your original plans before Florida-Georgia line?
I didn't have any plans. I was just trying to graduate college, and I think we were kind of both in the same boat, just get through college and figure it out from there. And this is kind of what we decided we wanted to do. So here we are.
Now, hits like Cruise don't just come out of thin air. So what were one of the things that you had to overcome to get to this point?
I think writing songs, I think the hardest part for us was, we lived together for 2 years in the house, and we still basically live together here, out on the road, obviously. And, when we didn't have as much going musically, trying to write as much as we could, because we know, if we don't have songs, we don't have anything. So trying to pay the bills and, do whatever kind of jobs we could to make that happen. But, all the while, all we want to do is music. So kind of overcoming the, trying to make money to live, but, still trying to do what you love. So, we got really lucky with Cruise, and, it's one of those things that kind of fell out of the sky, and you got to thank the songwriting gods. I know we've said it a million times, but, it's, you write a song really quick, and you get back in the studio and tweak some things, add some things another day. So a 2-day quick process turned into a #1 hit, kind of, blew us away. So we're just excited to be part of a special song.
What do you think inspired it?
Just kind of like any song, life experiences and, just different things you go through in life, kind of inspire you to write songs and write different, coming up with different ways of saying the same thing, like Baby You a Song. That's a compliment in its own way, you know what I mean? And I've never heard anybody say that before. So, just being creative and going through life and figuring out, different ways of doing things and, different subjects to write about and that type of thing. So, that's kind of how we write all our songs.
So you guys just got off tour with Jake Owen, and you were actually here with another sold-out show. What's one of your biggest horror stories that sticks out in your mind, whether it's heartwarming, bizarre, funny?
Well, you mentioned the Jake Owen thing. For me on the CMT tour, probably one of the most epic moments, and this is really silly, but Jake just had his first kid, and we decided as a prank we'd go out on stage and Depends, like grown-up diapers. So me and BK, and we got Steven and Eric to go out with us from Love and Death.
Didn't take much convincing on
that.
No,
and we a couple beers deep, and we decided to go ahead and throw in some diapers and run out there. So yeah, that was a pretty historic moment, and that was pretty funny, pretty good time.
Now, merch is one of the things that I feel like sets some shows apart from the other. It's just fans being able to buy those things that you can't necessarily get online. What can your fans look forward to seeing?
We actually just got a whole new, 5 or 6 shirts, and we got a new flask. Well, we've never had a flask, so we got a flask. Get your shine on flask. I think we were working on some keychains, beer opener thing, and we got brand new shirts. That's what we're really excited about, because it's cool to we like repping some of our favorite people, artists, whether they're more old school or newer now. But so hopefully those will do well and part of the show, obviously.
Awesome. So we follow your Twitter account. You guys actually tweeted at us earlier.
That's right.
You're constantly interacting with fans. What sticks out to you and makes you want to say something to certain someone?
I don't know what to say. I like the people that are just real nice, real sweet, and you can tell, they're just good people. There's some people that can be a little pushy. They get mad that you don't tweet them back, and I like tweeting at those too. They're like, I guess I'm never gonna get a follow, blah blah blah. And I'll be like, oh yeah. So that's fun too. But Yeah, I mean, you try to be good. You know, we get a certain amount of tickets at, you know, most shows that we can give out, or, you know, we have friends. So if we have a couple extra, you know, we're always trying to help our fans out that, you know, aren't as lucky if they, you know, they get sold out really quick or something like that. We try to give some out and do whatever we can, because, you know, without our fans, we wouldn't be here.
So getting a little more personal, how do you cope with missing your families on tour, or just people that you're close to?
I mean, we surround ourselves, you know, with a great group of guys, and you know, you kind of become a family on, you know, on the road. So this kind of becomes like your second family or your second group of buddies, you know, and if not your first. So I mean, it's pretty easy. I mean, you know, you do miss people, but you know, it's part of it. And you know, we've been lucky enough to develop, you know, great friendships out here. You know, getting to see different fans we become friends with, and all that kind of stuff. So it helps you get through it, and helps you, you know, look forward to getting to go home and see the people that you miss.
So let's get real. Who makes your favorite sweet tea?
My mom actually really does.
I've had that before. It is solid. Yeah.
The energy you bring to the crowd, though, that's the thing that sticks out to me for you guys. Like when I see one of your shows or live videos, anything, it's just that energy that I see and feel. What is your favorite song to play?
Depends on the day, probably, huh?
They're like a lot of them. I love coming out to It's Just What We Do. That's one of the, you know, most energetic parts of the show, and just coming out swinging, and everybody's hype, and you know, that's really fun. And you know, breaking it down, doing some other songs, Hellraiser, Heat of the Summer, you know, just I like them all. I truly do, which is a great feeling to not dread getting to one of the songs and having to go through it. You know, I always look forward to the next song, so it's fun.
What would you say is your favorite bar to play?
Joe's bar in Chicago has been very good to us. We had a huge sellout there earlier this fall. I mean, the crowd was awesome. And you think, like, you know, Chicago, you know, big city, so selling out a big country show was pretty epic for us. And, you know, comparing it to the first time we played there, opening for Corey Smith and then going back and selling it out. Just a great vibe, great owner, Ed Warren over there. He's just an amazing guy, so good place.
And Here's to the Good Times just came out December. So from that, resulting from that, like, what is your biggest moment, you think, that you've had from that? Just realizing, wow, this is really happening. We're really going for this.
I mean, the whole time we were in the studio, we were excited. You know, I mean, every song kind of came together, you know, in a great way, and we got to express our lives through music, and you know, we were excited to get it out. We released it, and we sold more than any other new artist this year, you know, first week. So that was very exciting, just to see the response, you know, that people had, and yeah, just, you know, just great to let people hear what we've been working on for so long, and people are loving it. So it's very encouraging and very cool, and you know, we love getting to play the new songs now, and people know it.
What started it all? You know, just you two coming together and just starting to play music. When did that begin?
We started writing the summer of '09, I think about May or June, and when we knew, like, kind of passed each other a couple times, kind of hung out briefly, and I knew Tyler was a cool dude, and I think he thought that I was somewhat manageable to hang out with, and yeah, we just kind of hit it off songwriting wise, and ended up playing some writers rounds, and I think the first couple times we kind of sang our own stuff, and then once we started writing more and more, we were kind of playing that, and then some of the older stuff, and it just kind of happened. We made a decision that, you know, I think we're, you know, both better with each other than, you know, without, and loved hanging out and doing it, and it's just here we are. It's been a crazy ride.
I would say it's a pretty good decision you guys made there. What are your biggest inspirations for your music?
I mean, mostly life, like I said, life and other music and different artists that are doing things differently. And I mean, we have tons of guys we look up to, and you know, in all kinds of genres. So that's pretty cool. And yeah, I mean, just life in general. You know, experiences that you go through and different people you meet. You know, you learn a lot from talking to other people and just looking around. So I think that inspires a lot of, you know, what we write about. So.
What do you think the biggest life lesson you've learned being on tour is?
Oh man, I mean, I think just being a good dude, good people, you know, give back to your fans, the more they're gonna give, and it's fun being, you know, just being yourself, and you know, I still think of us as, you know, I always will, you know, Tyler and Brian, who started writing songs in the back of this tailgate, so, you know, we were out earlier hanging out, playing cornhole and drinking some beers with some of the fans, and, you know, that's fun. I don't think that'll ever get old.
If you could say one thing to all of your fans, what would it be?
Thank you.
I don't know. Yeah, thank
Yeah,
you.
for loving the music, loving what we do, and we give a job to different change our lives.